Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing well. I know I am. I'm sure you all probably are noticing I don't have my glasses on today. For some crazy reason. Hi John. Oh, of course we're gonna do this today, aren't we? I hope we don't. So just make sure I don't have other to it. There we go. Yeah, that probably fixed it. I hope. So I am gonna be glassesless today because I I must have set them down somewhere, not paying attention, and of course we're gonna do this today. Why? I don't know. Be back now. No, believe it or not, we aren't. We got a little bit of snow today, but we didn't get a blizzard like we normally do. So thankfully, we don't. Well, what's funny is it was snowing today, but then it turned to rain, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be like 55 degrees, and the snow's gonna melt. It'll be cold the next few days, but then it's gonna snow again. It's the weirdest thing, and I'm so tired of it, as are most of us. Hi, Ginger. But yeah, it's just been crazy winter weather. Yesterday, thankfully, before the snow hit, was my typical shopping day. I decided to go ahead and go out to Pennsylvania and do some thrifting instead of thrifting here. So I went thrifting in Chambersburg. Hi, Denise. And in the past, I hadn't done well at any of the stores that I had visited in Chambersburg. Um, so, I didn't expect to spend the amount of money I did yesterday. Hi, Deborah. How are you tonight? So I went to the Goodwill. I went to a thrift store called New Life, which is I think it's a church run thrift. Um, so I spent, I think, 40 at the New Life place, and then I spent like 60 something at the Goodwill. And then that just kind of paved the way for what I spent at the other stores. Let's see. In the past, a lot of the thrift stores in the downtown Chambersburg area just they didn't really have a lot of stuff. Or granted, I also was very different in what I pick up to sell, of course. And uh, I just didn't find a whole lot at any of the stores that were there. There's a one store that's there. It's called the Cumberland Valley Animal Thrift Store. Like they support the like an animal hospital. All the proceeds go towards like adopting animals and things like that. In the past, they were kind of expensive, um, but I mean they have some things in there, like in their front windows, that are kind of expensive. Hi, Heather. Hanging in Jersey Shore, PA this weekend. Oh, nice. So, like the perfect example of I'll probably move this a little bit closer just so I can read you all's chat and not squint. Hi, Linda. How are you tonight? Oop, got you guys on like a little flexible tripod here that I've normally been using. So I'm gonna move myself over. There we go. That's a bit better. So like I was saying about this one thrift store. So they'll put some of their like really expensive stuff in the window. Like they had what was it? It was one of those, you know, the little birthday angels, like the Napco birthday angels. Well, they had a ginormous one. Like I've never seen one this large. Like it almost looked like a store display. And they have it for like $96. So I'm like, okay, yeah. You know, I knew the reputation of the place. They must have um, either gotten a new owner or something because they never used to run sales, or at least from what I remember. But they had a whole bunch of stuff like marked down, like really significantly marked down in there. Like furniture that they originally were asking $75 for was like $15. I got some really nice Denmark pottery, from the Art Nouveau era. Um, and one of them was like a grape. It was like a grape bowl. It almost looked like something you would see a remake of in the 90s. Um, that was marked down to $6. They had the ginger jar, like it was a jar. And unfortunately, the lid had a big chip and was cracked, but I thought it was 80 cents. I'm sure somebody might just buy the actual jar itself because the jar was perfect. The lid just is what had the issue. I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired today. I've been running around. I have, let's see, what did I do today? So I believe it or not, the stuff that I have here to offer you all tonight are things that uh, I literally just priced earlier this afternoon. Try to find those glasses when you can, and don't do what I did. Accidentally threw mine out. Yeah, I don't think I threw them out. I think I did a little PSA with Scott and Dee last week, and I must have set them down on my nightstand. I got a lot of stuff on there right now, so I'm sure they're there, or they're in my uh, they're somewhere in my room. They're not. It's not. I don't think I threw them out. Crossing my fingers, I didn't, but I don't think I did. But yeah. Hi, Christina. Hi, Val. But yeah, so that's. I mean, I think I spent 40 something dollars at that one store. I mean, they had really good discounts. Like a lot of their stuff was either marked down or they just didn't put a color system. I found a couple other stores that were new that were not there when I was there. I think it had been a while since I'd been thrifting in Chambersburg, but I was able to go to all the places that I wanted to go, and that was awesome. Hi, Patty. How are you tonight? So that was really fun. And there's also, so what's cool about downtown Chambersburg is they have, there's boutiques and like there's dress shops that, typical things you would find in an old like downtown area. So they had two thrift stores in a row, and then they had an antique artisan type store. And I went in and I remembered going there one time. I think maybe the last time I was thrifting in that area, and um, I didn't remember seeing a whole lot of stuff in there that I was particularly interested in. But I walked out with a something really cool, and I have it sitting right here in front of me, so I'll share that with you all. Hi, Irene. And I was looking around, and it's very much kind of like Middle Eastern bohemian styled, but they mix some old stuff in, and one of those places. Hi, Joan. Oh, no worries. Thanks for letting me know. It's no big deal. I know. Trust me, I've had my technical issues. Hi, Justine. But yeah, so I went to this one particular store, and I was looking around, and a particular item caught my attention, but I wanted to look around at what else they had just to see, what else I could find there. Um, but you know, I remember I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me go ahead and let me just look around some more because the store wasn't busy. I think I was like the only one in there at the moment, minus the one owner and the other worker that was there. And So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and just grab this piece that I was interested in looking at and just do a quick lookup because I really liked the look of it. And I was pleasantly surprised. So here's what it is. I have to be really careful with it because it's a really cool piece. Look at this. So this is according to the Roseville reference book that I have, and from what I found online. This is a Roseville Futura vase with the skyscraper lines uh, on the legs, and it dates to about 1928. And I paid, I think, $39. It was $38.99, and then of course with tax it was like 41 something. But here's the bottom. I did clean it because it was kind of filthy. There is, unfortunately, where is it? Oh, okay. Let me just tap the screen. Here we go. So it's right here. It's probably going to be hard to see, like a little hairline crack right here, but it still doesn't. And I think it went through completely, but it wasn't like terrible break. So I still thought that it was worth picking up for the $39. Hi, Lynn. And I looked it up online, and one of these sold for $445. The other one sold for $500, and I think it was like $29. And there was somebody online who had one of these, and it looked like a piece of it had been broken off and re-glued, and they were still asking $300 for it. And it did not sell. But if I were to sell this, it would go on eBay. There's no way I would put this in a live sale because I would probably be asking upwards of $500 for it. I don't typically like to bring items with that kind of value to a live. But I just was immediately attracted to the skyscraper lines. Yeah, doesn't it, Dad? It looks like something you would have seen at a World's Fair exhibit. But this was well, I wouldn't say it was pre-World's Fair because they had World's Fairs for many years. But yeah, it was just sitting on that shelf, and I just was immediately attracted to this style on the pottery. I had no idea it would be something that valuable. So I was very, very tickled to find this for only, for way much, like a fraction of what it goes for. Oh, I know he is, and he's there are a few things that I have that I know he's gonna want. I'll have to send him a picture of it. But yeah, this is definitely going to be something I will be displaying. I have to swap some things out, and I will definitely be making room for it because it is just a phenomenal piece. And for it to be, so what, this was 1928, so we're looking at about 96, 97 years old, and it's to be in the condition it's in is quite remarkable, even despite that little hairline crack. But I was tickled to find this. Oh, speaking of Scott, John, I think you summoned him. You lost another glove? Oh no, and it was on the train this time. Ah, well, thank you. I love it. I just bought it yesterday. So yeah, that's going to be living with me for a little while. I mean, if I ever need the funds, of course, I'll have to sell it. But yeah, that's basically. Of course, I bought a whole lot more than just that, but that was the highlight of the shopping day yesterday. The only place that I didn't get to go in Chambersburg was their Salvation Army store. I pulled up to it. It said it was open. I think I had about an hour to be able to shop in there. But unfortunately, they were closed for remodel, so they didn't mention it or anything. Hi, Joe. The Roseville was in a store. forget the name of the store. It was like Antiques and Uniques. They had a lot of like Middle Eastern, Bohemian, like artisan, like the decorations you see at like Home Goods where they have like it's made of wool and all that all that kind of stuff. But they had old stuff mixed in with like the boutique artisan stuff. And it's on, if you're ever in the Chambersburg area, it's on the same row as the Hope Mission thrift store and the Cumberland Valley Animal Rescue Thrift. It's literally, so if you're looking across the street, you're going to see an M&T Bank. Funny enough, I actually had to go in there to get some change because for the few times that I've thrifted down there, I never knew there was public parking. I knew that the stores were on main streets, but I found out just yesterday that they have a public parking lot, which is a huge relief. Unfortunately, they don't have the electronic meters like some towns that I go to. If I have to park on the street or park in a public parking lot, they will have like a pay by phone option, and all you have to do is type in the code of where you're at, and then you can pay your meter fund right then and there. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that, and thankfully M&T was right across the street, and all I had to do was go in there and get some quarters and then throw money in the meter, and like, you got $1 or you got an hour for a quarter. So I actually, because I bought so much stuff at the one store, I had to run back to my car, drop the stuff off, and then I put another quarter in, or I think I put 2 in just to be safe. Yeah, they did. Believe it or not, they had an ATM. Yeah, no kidding. But because the ATM doesn't do change, I had to go in and actually wait, and I was getting kind of panicky because I was afraid that some like a cop or something, or like one of those like how some cops will go into, or it'll be like a, what do they call it, not a traffic cop, but they'll have somebody from like some police officer in the town go through and make sure that everybody's meters are paid. I was panicking that was going to happen, but thankfully it didn't. I was in line and it seemed like it would take forever, and I was starting to get a little nervous, but I got my money and I went and put the money in the meter and everything was fine. Yeah, a meter maid, exactly. Yes, this is hilarious. So I know that D is running a little bit late, but which is okay, and I don't mind shooting the breeze for a little bit longer. So when Dad and I were in Lynchburg, that was what, April of last year we went. We had I never need cash back for anything because I just use my card for everything. So anytime I go to a store and they ask for cash back around here, be it the dollar store or any other place that offers it, I always hit no. So, the one time that I need a little bit more cash for something, of course, they don't offer it. And it's like the one time I need cash, I can't get it. It's just one of those weird things that happens in life. That was ridiculous. But like I said, it's one of those funny things in life that just happens. Like, when you're driving in your car or you're stopped at a stoplight for what feels like forever and it's not changing. But the minute you go to get a drink or look at your phone for something, it changes. It's just one of those things. So yeah, that's basically where I was at yesterday. Yeah, they do. They have a few branches. What's funny is there's one right down the road from me, and then there's a main branch. Well, that's actually more of like an ATM kind of a thing. And then they have a branch at our mall here. Hi, Monica. Yep, the meter maid. That's what I was referring to earlier. I completely forgotten about that term. But yeah, they have one branch in our mall here, and then they've got like an ATM drive-through kind of a thing. And there's a couple branches. There's one in PA, which is not far from me. I can get into PA in 10 minutes if I wanted to. So they're around. Oh yeah, they had eights. Or I've been with M&T for how long have I been? How long have I been with TJX for? I want to say it was. I've been with. It'll be. I started in 14, so okay, call it 11 years. I've been with TJX for 11 years, and when I went and I needed a place to deposit my checks every month, I would go to an M&T because the Home Goods where I was at in Gaithersburg actually had one right across the street from the shopping center. So I went there and just, and then I decided to do direct deposit, which was so much easier because I get the funds right on Friday at midnight. So anytime I'd get my paycheck before I decided to do direct deposit, I would just run my check right over there, and it was a godsend because it was right there. Yeah, they're very prevalent here. Hi, Bing Marty, how are you? Very prevalent here in Maryland. It's Jeffrey Reed. Long time no see. I know you were on vacay. Hope you had a good time. You know what's funny, the Merry Widow? I've been accumulating quarters, and it never occurred to me that because I hadn't thrifted in Chambersburg for so long that they even had that public parking and that they had the meter. Um, and I kept a roll of quarters in my car for the longest time, but then I wouldn't have. Then I would like run out, so I'm like, I need to gather up some more quarters. So I have a whole bag of them in my on my nightstand. So I need to, and I've got more quarters now because I obviously went to the bank. But I, at the one time I actually needed the quarters, I was like, darn it, I should have had them in my car. Yeah, I do. But you know what, Daddy? That was at, it was called Commerce Bank at the time when I was with Smoky Glenn for what, 2 weeks, the whole summer that I worked there. Actually, it wasn't even 2 weeks, it was 2 weekends. But yeah, you know what? I think I even still have that. Yeah, I think, yeah, Wells Fargo, I think does a lot of that kind of stuff. Hi, Carly. Yes, I was just waiting for Dee because she was having some technical issues, so I was just letting her finish up. So I'll start in about, I guess I can start at the 25-minute mark because I was just giving her some time to finish things up. Oh boy, I got a lot of rips in this sweatshirt. I've worn this one out. But yeah, so that was my fun little trip to PA thrifting. Yeah, well, actually the last time I was my fault. I was in the Charlestown area. I think, yeah, Charlestown. Was it Charlestown? I went to the Needful Things Emporium that's there, and I had gone in there. I guess I had parked in a place that was either for handicap parking or for something, and I didn't realize it. So when I walked out of the store, I saw the ticket on my windshield. I was so mad because I wasn't. I don't know if there wasn't a sign there that said it was not for parking, like regular cars parking there, if it wasn't handicap. But oh my gosh, I was livid. But I learned, and then I found out that they had parking like right around the corner from the store. So and then I just went ahead and the next time I was there, I parked there, put money in the meter, and actually, I think they had the pay by phone thing. So I was just like, okay, I will. I knew now, or I knew, and every time now, I'm like I freak out that I'm that I'm gonna have a meter maid come around and tell me that I'm not paying for my parking. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started. I'm sure everything will be fine and dandy. So if you have not purchased anything from me before, I believe I have a pinned comment at the top of the stream. I'm on StreamYard at the moment, so I can't really see it from my end, but I'm sure, excuse me, that it is there. If you haven't claimed anything from me before, just make sure you email all the information that I need from you in order to successfully send you an invoice. That would be your name, if it's different from your YouTube name, your PayPal email, and your shipping address. I use Pirate Ship to get the brain fart again. I use Pirate Ship to get the best shipping quote possible for both you and I. And I do my invoices on typically Sundays, and when I get them done. Hi, Heidi. I know that Monday is a federal holiday. It's President's Day. So the post offices will be closed. However, I'm still going to make sure that invoices are done and done. That way they are taken care of as I normally do. If I receive payment early, the items go out the next available day. So of course, Monday is the holiday. I won't be able to put anything out then, but it'll go out on Tuesday. So you have an extra day basically this week or next week. I don't have any offer ups. I do have two ways of making claims here on this channel. We do the offer ups and the flat prices. I have a lot of flat priced items tonight. I typically don't or haven't had a lot of offer up items in the last several months. I usually save those items for when I do a sale with the gang, or if I do a sale with the old curiosity shop when he's here or when I go see him. So I want to make sure you all get the some good stuff at decent prices, so I just do the flat prices because it's easier and it helps make things go faster for me. Trying to forget. Oh, please make sure that you go to Miss Pamela Blanchard after my sale tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then at 10 p.m. Eastern, you've got Trisha from Sandy and Auto, and you also have Katie, Vintage and Vinyl, and Soulmate, who do their jewelry and brooches sale. So make sure you all check all of them out. I want to say that their links are in the description box. I may have to find a way to correct that because I sometimes put it in, sometimes I don't. So yes, there are plenty of great places to go after we go, or after I'm done selling tonight. If there are any items that don't sell for the first time and we have time at the end, we will go ahead and do a recap. Or if you are watching at or once the video has gone up and you're watching the replay, if you see something you're interested in and it has not sold, you can always email me. My email is in the description box down below. Hi, Geneva. So we can go ahead and get started here. I'm just looking at what I have here. So I've got a new system in place since I actually had the time today. I put everything out on the table. If it sells, it's going to go right into the bin underneath the table. And that's just going to help me so I don't accidentally sell something twice. Now I'm just trying to look at what I have here. Okay, let's see what we can start with here. Oh, let's do these two items since they're right in front of me. Nancy, how are you tonight? Welcome aboard. So I thought this was really interesting, and come to find out, it's actually part of a two-piece set. Let me just take my tag off here. Elaine, how are you? Yeah, trust me, it's happened more times than I'd like to admit. It happens, but I've got a much better system now. So once somebody claims something, boom, goes right in the bin, and I don't have to worry about it. So this is it's nice and elegant. It's actually made by Lefton. Well, I'm glad you're here too. So here's the bottom. It says Lefton China. And it says, I think 058. Lefton China hand painted. So what this is the creamer, and you would have a sugar bowl that would stack right on top of here. Unfortunately, I don't have the sugar bowl, but I thought somebody would really enjoy this and just using it for creamer or whatever you like to do with it, or just heck, use it for water. So it's free of any damage that I can see. No cracks, no chips. The gold is a little bit worn on the spout, but still a nice piece nonetheless. If it's the only item you claim tonight, this would definitely fit in a 6x6x6 box. So the shipping wouldn't be too hefty. So if you're interested in the Lefton China Creamer, this is going to be $8 and it's number 23. $8, number 23 for the Lefton China Floral Creamer. I like that the handle is different. I spotted it and I was like, it's not anything that I've seen before. So if you wanted to be fancy schmancy, got yourself a very nice handle. And I like it because you can kind of grip it easier. So if you're just pouring the creamer into your coffee, it would be a lot easier to hold. So again, that is $8, number 23, if anyone is interested. Okay. So this next piece is, okay, yep. Just gotta make sure my tag's taken off. It could be, yeah. But when I saw it on, what did I do? I think I did like a lens search, and this, the sugar bowl stacked right on top of the creamer. So I have no idea if it could be a feeder or creamer, but I'm leaning more towards like a stackable creamer and sugar. Because that's what I saw other similar ones of, just different patterns. So this is a piece of Royal Rudelstat. It was probably part of a dish set, but this was the only piece that I was able to get my hands on. So here is the mark. It says Prussia Royal Rudelstat on the bottom. Be great to put your jewelry in, or whatever you prefer. Maybe put some hankies on it, or heck, just display it like this. So here's the marking again. It's free of any damage. It does have looks like there's an X or something that was stamped into the porcelain right there. Right there. Yeah, pillow mints. There you go. That's a really nice piece. It's got handles on it. If you would like the Royal Rudelstat dish, it is $12 and it's number 1. $12, number 1 for the Royal Rudelstat dish. It looks like Miss Elaine Marie takes that. Thank you. That is yours. Okay, nope. Oh, no, I put it right. I did have it on here. Oh, it fell right here. All right. Bad. Stay right there. Okay. Oh, I thought this was really cool when I spotted it first. So it's a glass pincushion. And at first I thought somebody had just intentionally put this here. But no, after seeing other ones online, I was like, oh, yeah, that's definitely a pincushion. We all have weaknesses, trust me. If it's interesting, cool, unique, much like the vase I just shared with you all, I was like, I gotta pick it up if I can. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So I do want to note, I don't know if this was done during manufacturing or if somebody had scuffed this, but doesn't feel like a chip. There is a little bit of a, let's see if it'll show up right there. It's not sharp or anything, it's smooth, so maybe it was done during manufacturing. Somewhere, no? I don't know. But I thought that was really cool. Never seen anything quite like it before. It's tiny, like it's not big, but it's not small either. And I'm just noticing, I don't know if this was broken or not, or if that's just part of when it was made, because it looks a little broken off right there on the top, but I don't know if that was done during manufacturing or if it was done from just being made. But anywho, if you were interested in the glass, I think it's supposed to be like a, I don't know what kind of bird that's supposed to be, like a pigeon or something. This is $8 and it's number 10. $8, number 10 for the glass bird pincushion holder. Anytime I think of those Jordan almonds, oh, thank you very much, Lynn. That is yours. Anytime I think of those Jordan almonds, I think of the movie Bridesmaids. I don't know if y'all have seen it. There's a scene where Kristen Wiig's character Annie is they're basically, they all got sick from a restaurant that they ate at, and Annie was telling I guess her name was Helen, and she was helping run her best friend's wedding, and or like, get everything squared away. A wedding planner, I think, is what you would call her. And she basically, Kristen Wiig's character ate the Jordan almond, but she was already starting to feel sick, so she was eating it, but she was like gagging as she was eating it, and it was the funniest thing. Anyway, moving along. Y'all haven't seen the movie? Oh, it's so funny. So funny. I thought I marked this. I know I did. Maybe. Oh. No, that wasn't for this, though. All right. Yeah, it's awesome. So if you all remember, I think in the last couple weeks or so, I had offered some of the Cash family pottery pieces. I have another one. And I think the tag, unless it's in here somewhere, I must have maybe pitched it by accident. But it's okay. So this is a much smaller creamer here. But here's the bottom stamp. It says made by the Cash family, hand painted. And I do remember, I think I priced this at $8 if anyone is interested in it. So if you would like it, you can just put the letter C for the Cash family. So $8 letter C for the small little creamer. All right, it is Ginger. Thank you. That is yours. You're separate. All right. So I do have another teacup to offer you all. Let me just take my tag off real quick. I probably shouldn't have taken the tape off of here, but so that's this one. So it's black and white, but on the inside we've got a floral design. This one is an Ainsley, England, bone china. Here is the marking. Free of any damage. The gold looks to be in really good condition on this piece. I love the handle too. It almost looks like an ear, doesn't it? Like the shape of an ear, like on a Mr. Potato Head doll. That's what it reminds me of anyway. So it's marked Ainsley on the bottom for that one as well. So if you are interested in the Ainsley tea cup and saucer with the floral design on the inside, this is $10 and it's number 27. $10, number 27 for the Ainsley teacup. It's nice. All right. So what else do I have laying around with me? Oh, we got these. So I've had these guys sitting around, and I completely forgot about them until I spotted them earlier today. So these are just little wall plaques for the gay 90s. They are, I think, probably from the 60s, when that aesthetic was back in style, 50s or 60s. They almost have kind of a kitschy look to them, don't you think? This one's little mount is a little disheveled, but they're just little round, like, tray. I'm almost afraid to pull that for fear I'm going to break it, and I think I just broke the little thingy. Shoot. So I'm sure there are other ways to be able to hang them. This one's got a little bit of scratching on it, as you can see, you know, being 50, close to 60 years old, or maybe even a little bit older. Oh, did they really? Yeah, so they're just little round discs that you can hang on the wall. Now, granted, I just accidentally busted off the one little hole or hanger piece, but there's a way to hang it, and then there's also that little spot right there. I just don't want there to be any surprises for anyone. So if you would like this set here, and again, these would ship very, very easily. They are not heavy, so they won't require a whole lot of packing material, and it'll be a very cheap shipment to you. So with scratches and dings and whatnot, the set is only $8, and it's number 11. $8, number 11. Yep, small command striped hangers work wonders for stuff, don't they? Especially light stuff like this. So $8 for the set, number 11. Yeah, exactly. Hanging next to their pull-out ironing board cupboard in the kitchen. Do those even exist anymore, even in older houses? Granted, I haven't been in a lot of older houses lately, but... Okay. So I do have some postcards. I know we're probably not thinking about Easter right now, but I thought, why not try selling these before then, so you can enjoy them. So I have two different lots. So we have this one. I guarantee you some houses still have it and the people still use them, especially if they've been in the house a long time and never got it remodeled. So we've got this one. Ooh, that's really glare. You know what? I'm going to take these out of the sleeve just so they don't get glared. So we've got a sheep and a bunny rabbit. So you got that one in this lot. We have this one. It says, springtime chicks newly hatched peep on Easter greetings. And then we've got this one. This one was written in. And there's a little bit of a tear on the corner. And this one is embossed. And I think the other ones are too. Yeah, this one is embossed. The first one that I showed you. So you're going to get all three of those postcards. So all three of these can be yours. And they are going to be $10. And it's number 9. So that's only $3.33 a piece. So $10, number 9 for all 3 of those. And again, that's only $3.33 each. All right, and I see, oh. I see you, Jeffrey, for those. Thank you very much. Those are yours. So I have others, so don't worry. If you missed out on those, I have a few other lots that you all will have a chance to attempt to get. So we're going to go ahead and move along. I also have this beauty. This is made in Czechoslovakia. Oh, let me take my tag off. So it says made in something Slovakia. That's really hard to read, except for the made in. Here's the size of it. It's not a very big piece. In fact, oh, you're welcome. Let's see. So it measures about 5.5 inches tall, and from the let's see, from the handle, we're looking at about 3.5 inches wide. So it's a beautiful piece. Would definitely stand out in a cabinet of some sort. And I think these are vines. Looks like cherry vines or something on the handles. Got a nice elegant look to it. And if you would like this vase, it's $15, number 16. $15, number 16 for the Czechoslovakian vase. Oh, you don't? Okay. I've got a few that I bought for myself that I really like. Yep, I know what you mean. I slowly collect things too, and I'm like, I didn't intend for this. But sometimes I just find ones that I really, really like, and I'm like, oh, gotta have them. Okay. So I know actually, you know what? Let me do something a little different here. Move away from some of the elegant stuff. Yeah, you know what? I don't know, Elaine, if you are on Whatnot, but there's a postcard guy. I'm sure if Amy's here, she knows who I'm talking about because he used to have a booth at Old Glory. What is that guy's name? Amy will know. But he does Whatnot shows of postcards, and if I still was on Whatnot, I would be able to tell y'all his name. But he had a lot of good ones. I bought a few of them from him. So this is a nut chopper, and I don't know if that was intentionally meant to be a snowflake or if it's supposed to be like flour or something on there. But this was made by Androck, made in the US. Popeye's postcards. Thank you. That's right. So there is a little bit of rust to this, but I thought, if you were to decorate your kitchen and you had it all decked out for Christmas, but you want to have something a little bit more, ready for the winter months, you'll still have something to decorate with. This is thicker glass. There is no damage to it that I can see, and I'm surprised at how clean it is, actually. Of course, expect rusting on this, but still a really cool piece nonetheless. Yeah, isn't that cool? Hi, Jackie. How are you tonight? And the mechanism still works. Oh, he's refried jeans on YouTube. I'll have to subscribe to him. So if you would like the Androck Snowflake Nut Chopper, it is $10, number 12. $10, number 12 for the... Hi, Kim. How are you tonight? Good to see you. Oh, is that his wife, Amy? Okay. I'll have to check her out. Oh, okay. I just put a sticker on here. Isn't that an... No, that's Dude Looks Like a Lady. That's an Aerosmith song. I think that's Aerosmith. Could be wrong about that. No, it's Aerosmith. So I've had this for a little bit, and I thought somebody out there might really like it. Oh, just a dealer you like. Gotcha. So this is I guess you could consider it lucite acrylic basket. What's nice about this is if you purchase it, right, She's a Lady by Tom Jones. Yep, I know that one too. I like that. So this handle actually comes off, so that'll make shipping a whole lot easier. But I liked kind of like the, what do you call that, crimped? Ruffled. Yeah, great for your hanky. Hi, Denise T. How are you? Yeah, you could definitely put hankies in here, Christmas bulbs for the holidays, candy hearts, Cadbury eggs. It's a universal basket. I thought somebody could put this in their bathroom and put seashells in it. I've got the beach on my mind constantly because I love it so much. But, it's got its normal wear and tear. There's some scratches in the lucite. What's lucite? Words are tough sometimes. It's not lucite, it's lucite. But yeah, you could put this anywhere. You could put it in the kitchen, bathroom, on your coffee table. And if you would be interested in the lucite basket for whatever you desire, it is only $18 and it's number 20. $18, number 20 for the lucite basket. And again, the shipping would not be terrible because the handle comes out and that can be wrapped separately, and that shouldn't make the box too big. I would say probably a 12 by 8 by 10 is what I could fit this in. Again, it's $18, number 20, if anyone is interested in it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, let's bring this guy out. Okay. Alrighty. So I don't know if there's anybody here who likes the sugar skulls or like the Day of the Dead skulls, but I've got this one here. Thought it was really, really neat looking. And it's got a bird. Oop, there we go. And what's really, really cool about these, by the way, I think this is made by Terracotta. Hi, Lori. How are you tonight? Forgive me, folks. Let me turn my my light off here. So the colors do fluoresce under a blacklight. The paint that they used, I think, was neon. So that's really, really cool. So if you wanted to put this with all of your uranium and Vaseline glass, you absolutely could. And again, it is painted and it's terracotta, same material they use to make all those planters that you buy at the hardware store. So if you would like the Day of the Dead, I guess you can call this a sugar skull, with the fluorescent paint, this is $10, number 28. $10, number 28 for the sugar skull / Day of the Dead skull. I love all the colors on here. Let's move to an electronic item. All right, so let me take my tag off of here. So I have a 1960s, 1970s General Electric clock. And it does hang up on the wall. There are some scratches where the, I guess where the hook would go to hold it in place. You know, normal, because when you go to move it or whatnot, you know, the metal's going to scrape up against the plastic. I did test it before I decided to offer it, and I do want to show it to you all because it does work. You can see the hands moving. And I can hear the motor humming. But it does work, as you can see. If you wanted this for, I don't know, your living room or maybe even your kitchen, I thought this would make a great motif. Yeah, isn't it cool? It's got a nice little floral design. It's great for spring, summer, fall. You can mix it in with winter too if you do browns. And this clock can be yours for $15, and it's number 18. $15, number 18 for the GE clock that does work. Oh, and I probably should have measured it for you guys too. It's not a very big clock. It is just about 9¼ inches long and about 6½ inches wide. A little bit of wear to the paint on the floral arrangements on the bottom, but as to be expected with an item from the 70s, 60s or 70s. So we can do another postcard set for those who are interested in those. So these ones are not in plastic sleeves, so thankfully I don't have to worry about that. So this one, it says, Easter greetings, peace on earth, goodwill to men. Hi, Karen, how are you? Oh, thanks for letting me know. So this one is unused, and it's also embossed. Hi, Virginia. I actually didn't get a haircut, believe it or not. I just brushed it over. But yes, I took the tree down about an hour and a half ago. And then we've got this one with a bunch of chickens. With, looks like cotton. Is that cotton in the background? Yep, it sure is. And then we've got this one. This one is also embossed. So all three of these are actually embossed, and it looks like somebody wrote in this one. Yeah, got my tree cut and took my hair down. That's right. So these three postcards, if you're interested in them, are also $10. So again, $3.33 a piece for them. So it's $10. Hi, Sandra. And it's number 15 for all three of those. $10, number 15 for the three postcards. Hi, Robin. Looks like Miss Elaine Marie wins that. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's do this. So we're going off the beaten path a little bit. I should have sold this before Valentine's Day, but I didn't. can't figure out what's loose on here. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Okay. So this is a lipstick holder, probably from the 60s. And it's got, looks like Cupid or some kind of cherub right there. And there's white beads all over it. I'm not sure if there are, it looks like there's some beads missing on this one right here, but there are beads that look like, I don't know. There's definitely some beads missing, but it's still a really cool piece. I was really attracted to the cherub. And I know that people still use these. I'm sure there's plenty of lipsticks that would still fit in here if this was your aesthetic. I would classify this as Hollywood Regency. Maybe mid-century, boho maybe too, if that's your style. So if you would like the Cupid lipstick holder. Oh, I think I just felt a bead come off. But that's okay. It's old. What do you expect? Yeah, so coquette. The cherub / Cupid lipstick holder is $15 and it's number 4. $15, number 4 for the Cupid / cherub lipstick holder. Coquette. That's the new phrase for this style. Well, that's good to know. Okay, let's actually move on to a piece of EAPG that I found. All right. So this is really cool, and I actually did my homework on this one. Coquette. I'm going to have to remember that. So when Scott was here, one of the thrift stores that we have has a vintage basement where they put all the old stuff. And I spotted this piece. I was really attracted to the base of it. I loved the 4 feet, and I loved the texture of the molding on the bottom. Oh, Bianca calls it coquette. Gotcha. And it looks like Elaine's granddaughter said the same thing. It's called coquette. Girly, shabby chic. Wasn't there another term that they used back in the day? I think it was a way to describe like, it was almost like boho, like, you know, the rattan or the rattan furniture and such. They called it something, cottage core. That's what they called it, cottage core. So this, I actually found it in the EAPG database website when I did a lens search, and that I got to thank Karen Williams for letting me know about that, because now if I need to research a certain pattern or whatnot, I can go right to that website, because you can't always trust Google Lens with everything. But fortunately, this came up on, and the first thing that popped up was the EAPG database. So I highly recommend y'all check that out. So it's got like a wheat etching. If this had just been plain, like there was no etch design on it, I probably would have kept it for myself, because I thought this would be cool to maybe put soap or something in the bathroom. There is one small little, I don't even know if you want to consider that a chip because it's smoothed over, but I'm going to show it anyway because it's on here. If it'll show up, it's like right here, right where my finger is, right there on the inside. So this is EAPG Adams & Co. number 75 from circa 1882. So I'm holding a piece of 143-year-old glass in my hands right now. And there were plenty of different pieces that they made. I looked this one up specifically because I thought there was supposed to be a lid, and there is not for this piece. And according to the APG database, they made dishes with a lid, and they made ones that were just a compote like this. So this is meant to be without a lid, and I'm now just noticing that there is chip on the bottom too, right here where my finger is. But this is, like I said, 143 years old. So let me measure it for you all. And we're looking at about 5.5 inches tall. And if you are interested in the Adams & Co. number 75 compote from circa 1882, it is $15 and it's number 24. Yep, a flea bite or a doink. I always called them chippy whippies. Or cracky wackies if it's got a crack in it. All right. Well, Lynn, thank you. I really hope you enjoy this piece. Like I said, I love that textured design on the bottom. I thought that was really, really cool. That is yours. Thank you. All right. So I have another piece of older glass here. Let's go ahead and show that real quick. Just take my tag off of here. So we got this piece, and I think that this was made by Dugan, and it's got kind of like a marigold what do you call this? Like a stem or marigold coating. It's not a very big piece, as you can see, but it would still display nicely. So here's what the base looks like. And let's see. So we're looking at about 8 3/4 inches tall here. No cracks, no chips. Hey, Mark, how are you? Dugan's twig pattern. Good to see ya. So, yep, Dugan's twig pattern vase. Bud vase, I guess you would call it. Just want to make sure I'm not seeing or feeling any damage because sometimes I show things and don't realize they're damaged until I'm sharing them live with y'all. So if you would like the Dugan twig patterned bud vase, it is $16 and it's number 29. $16, number 29 for the Dugan twig pattern vase. Yeah, I love this too. The feet on here are awesome. And how are you tonight, Wolves? Yeah, that is a really cool design for a vase. It almost looks like it's holding this part in place, especially with the roots that are on here. Yeah, it kind of does look like a rocket, doesn't it? But yep, that is $16, number 29, if anyone is interested in it. So let's go ahead, and since I have 2 of these, we can go ahead and do the last of the Easter postcards. But I will show both sets, of course, just so people know exactly what they're getting here. The Dugan twig vase? No, Jeffrey, I think he was talking about this. My Roseville Futura vase that I bought. I've literally only had it 24 hours, probably just a little over 24 hours. I have a feeling at some point he's going to be like, you need to sell that to me. But I'm going to make a home for it. Ah, thank you. So these ones are really interesting. This one is not embossed, but it's raised, and the chicks are flocked. You can feel them. So this one has purple and blue and yellow. And then this one you guys actually saw in another lot. Now this one is actually embossed. I lied there for a second. This one is embossed, but the chick is not flocked, and neither is the ribbon. So that's one set. And then the other set, no, he was gawking over the Futura vase. So this is the same exact one, only you've got pink and blue in the eggs. I think the flocking may be a little bit darker, maybe it's just a little bit dirtier. I don't know. But same idea. And then this one, of course, is the exact same. It's embossed, but it's raised. So I have 2 sets of those. And if anybody would be interested in these, they are $8 each for each set of 2, and they're number 8. So the first 2 people who put in the number 8 will get a set unless the first person wants both of them. So $8, number 8 for each set of 2. So I see Jeffrey Reed for that. Thank you. And would you like one set or would you like both of them? Just wait and see what he says. All right, he wants one set. Thank you. Which set do you want? Do you want the purple and blue, or do you want the pink and the blue? Or do you not? Does it not matter to you? Oh, sure, absolutely. Thank you. So you want the purple and the blue one? Gotcha. Thank you so much. What else do I have here? Okay, so that didn't sell. So this you all probably remember, I think from last week. That was very sweet. I'm sure she'll love them. So this is made in Germany. I think this is something that you maybe put on the dining room table, or maybe this is a celery dish based on the length of it. But I couldn't imagine somebody serving celery in this nowadays. So let me take my tag off of here. Oh, that's backwards or upside down. Hi, Robert. How are you doing tonight? So yeah, I almost want to say that this is a celery bowl or celery dish, but I could be very wrong about that. I can see this being like a centerpiece on somebody's dining room table, or maybe even on someone's coffee table. Or heck, if you have a vanity, put your jewelry or your hankies in here. So if you would be interested in this piece, it is $15 and it's number 2. $15, number 2 for the made in Germany floral celery dish? Question mark? It's a beautiful piece. I mean, it's hard to believe that people actually used this stuff to, serve with, because it's hand painted, and I'm sure with time utensils probably would, scratch it all up and such. So what else do I have here that I haven't shared yet? Oh, I got the linens. Let's bring this back. So I'm not sure if there is anybody out there who's been looking for a Galileo thermometer. But I've had this one, I think, for almost a year. And these are really cool to have. I think you can leave them outside or near your window. And they're just really cool pieces to decorate with, I think. So this one is, I'm pretty sure it's a very modern piece, but people still like them. Even in the, because I think they've made these for a while. So I think this one is a little bit newer. So we're just looking at a little over 11 inches tall. But they make great pieces to put out at springtime or even through the summer. And I have shipped one of these before, and I've done so very successfully. So if you were interested in the Galileo thermometer, this one is, I guess I must have picked a lot of items that I was wanting the same price for. $15, number 22. $15, number 22 for the Galileo thermometer. You know, I'm not sure because this one, I don't know if it's all that accurate. I don't even know how to read these, to be honest with you. I just thought they were cool. Oh, you want the black teacup, Ginger? You got it. So Mom and Dad, Ginger would like the Ainsley teacup. That was number 27. You got it. Thank you. All right. Let's do some linens here because I've had a couple of these. A couple of pieces. I didn't even measure. You know what? I did not measure the length of these, but that's okay. So, do you all remember one of my haul videos from last week? I hauled this apron here, and it's got a very cool looking design to it. I think it's another one of those, what would you classify that as? Like gay 90s vibe with like the old, excuse me, the old cars and the old, because you know these items were, you know, they were around in the turn of the century, like the teens, you know, 1900s teens. That was a very popular motif in the 50s and 60s. I was wondering why that was doing that. There was a one of the tag strings. No wonder that was weird. But I loved the design of it. I just thought it was really cool with the different colors and such. I don't see any rips or tears. There might be some slight stains on it, but it's got a pocket here. I just loved that. I thought that was really cool. Oh, I'm glad that they arrived safely, Ginger, and I'm glad that somebody is going to, that you're going to do something really nice with it. So you could honestly throw your cell phone in here if you know, you like to dress with old aprons and put on your Bluetooth headphones in present day, but you like to wear the old aprons. I want to say that this one was maybe handmade. I think anybody could fit this. I think even I could fit this. I think it's a pretty universal piece. Ooh, screen went dark again. Sorry about that. My light settings just went down a little bit too. There we go. Sorry about that. But there you have it. I think it's a great piece. If you love the older vehicles, or heck, if you just collect aprons and you don't have one like this, what a great piece to add to your collection. And if you would be interested in this apron, it is $12, number 30. $12, number 30 for the gay 90s vehicle. I mean, there's a ship, there's a bike, there's a plane, there's a hot air balloon. I mean, this thing is just awesome. And the colors are so bright and vivacious on it. And again, it is $12, number 30, if you're interested in it. And I do believe that this was a handmade piece. I don't think this was one you went to the store and bought. Someone probably went and bought the fabric for it and made it. I mean, honestly, if I tied it onto myself, it would cover up. Yeah, you absolutely can, can't you? I mean, it's probably one I could use if I wanted to. I just thought it was cool. And the other linen that I have to offer you all tonight is this one. So this is I think they call this a dresser scarf. This one is a bit longer, but here's the design. I'm sure you all can probably see this has a very stained right here. There's like a big water stain or something on it. Yeah, I could model it. I probably could actually. If I just stand up, I'm sure you all will be able to see me. But yeah, that's a really nice floral design. I'm sure somebody could get OxyClean or maybe just, I don't think bleach is probably the best option. Let me get the floral design up here so y'all can see it better. So let's see what this measures at. So this one is about 42 3/4 inches long. And let's see, we have about 14.5 inches wide. So the stain, like I said, I think OxyClean could get this out. But I'm gonna let the new owner take care of that because I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it because I've never attempted to clean one of these before. So no rips, no tears, just some stains. But again, this would ship very, very easily. And if you would like the table runner with the really nice floral design, table runner, dresser scarf, whatever you would like to call it, this can be yours for only $12, and it's number 3. $12, number 3 for the table runner / dresser scarf. Okay, let me just put my price back on the apron here. What was this one for? Nope, that's got it. I'm sure I'll figure it out. That goes on the apron. Oh. So this I did share. Oh, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. Okay. So I have shared this before with you all. This is a wall pocket. It's in the shape of an iron. So you hang it on the wall right here, and this is the part that faces out. So I thought maybe somebody would want this for, maybe you could tie a towel or even an apron to it if you wanted to. Or if you light a lot of candles, or you just like the style, you could put the really tall matchsticks in here. So it's free of any cracks or chips. It does have some crazing on the part that faces onto the wall, but I thought that was really cool, and I'm sure somebody out there would love to have this for their 1940s, 1950s kitchen. And if you are interested in and it's pink. Yep, exactly. Pink, pink, you stink. So it is $15, number 25 for the. I want to say that this was made by Hall. I could be very, very wrong about that. But you can hold it literally like it's an apron. Like, oh, maybe you're giving flowers that way to somebody. Stick the flowers in there. It looks like Lynn takes that. Thank you, Lynn. That is yours. Right. Let's see. Oh, I do have another piece of the Cash family pottery. Oh, but this one is like a little. This reminds me of like the old school bath pitcher and the bowl. So this one, oh, let me take my price tag off of here. This is definitely heavy duty pottery, but this I believe was made by the Cash family as well. So here's the bowl. It's got a green design, and then the little ewer has yellow flowers on it. I want to say that this was sponge painted when they made it, based on like the top design. Free of any damage anywhere. But that is really, really nice and would look great in your kitchen, or heck, if you wanted to put it in your bathroom, you absolutely could. And if you would like the Cash family, it's not really a ewer, it's more of a pitcher. Pitcher and bowl set, $12, number 7. $12, number 7 for the pitcher slash pitcher and bowl set. We'll just call it that. Yeah, very springy. That's what initially attracted me to it. You know what it reminds me of a little bit? The Brady Bunch. With the yellow and the green, like the Brady Bunch kitchen. Okay. Get me, folks. Right, she definitely would have, wouldn't she? So this is very mid-century, if anybody here is into that. This is a black and gold elephant figurine. One of the bigger pieces, I would say. Oh. So this is made of redware, as you can see by the bottom. So probably a Japanese import piece. He's got the trunk up, which in some cultures is good luck. It's not a universal thing, but it definitely, depending on what culture you were from or what country you live in, a trunk up elephant does qualify for good luck. So it's not cracked or chipped. There are just a couple of flaws, like from when they made it, like you can feel like little bumps and such on it. And if you would like the redware trunk up elephant, again, this would look great on maybe a bookshelf with some old books, or maybe if you have a TV console, you could put this up there along with a TV lamp. Or if you collect elephants, he would be great there too. And he is $18 and he's number 14. $18, number 14 for the elephant figurine. I think I've shared. Oh no, I've got one other thing. Well, 15 for number 25. What was number 25? Was that the... All right, so Ginger, thank you very much for your claim. Oh, I think that was this piece, wasn't it? Nope, that was number 2. So 4. We'll just make sure. 12, number 7. Number 16. Mom, are you able to tell me what was number 25? Because this was number 20. Just want to make sure we get Ginger's claim here. Because knowing me, I always forget the numbers. It's number 28. Oh, Lynn already claimed that one, Ginger. But thank you so much for your claim. I appreciate it. I'm glad somebody remembered. It's not on my my table, so I had to look at all my numbers again to see what I had. But I will keep you in mind if I find another one. So, I never know what I'm going to find when I'm out shopping. So I will definitely keep my eyes peeled for another one of those. But thank you very much for the claim. Okay. So I do have something that I think is awesome. It's a little bit more up there in price because it is somewhat of a desirable item. So I bought this, I would say maybe 2 years ago. And it is an Enid Collins styled purse, like a box purse. I don't know if this one is Enid Collins or if it's because some of her stuff, because I've had one of her box purses, like her actual box purses, and I've sold that one. But there's nothing on here to say that this was made by Enid Collins herself. The little clasp here does open. And you can open up the purse, and there's a little spot for, for change or whatnot. The zipper does work. And there's a little spot for other things. But that does work. I'm surprised even for how much this may have been bounced around that there's not a lot of damage to the jewels or anything. The only thing that I did notice on here is right here, one of the rhinestones has been shifted from where it's supposed to be in the center. I probably shouldn't toy with it, but I know that if you crazy glued that, you could fix it. But it's an overall good condition, I would say. I love, this is definitely very 60s to me, very 60s, 70s. And it's got I don't know if anything was supposed to be right here, but I'm assuming not because there's only 3 of those little starbursty plastic pieces on that side. So they maybe just made it a little unique. So this purse measures it's about 10 1/4 inches tall. And then it is from end to end, we're looking at about, I'd say 12 inches wide. So it's definitely got a little bit of size to it. So the handles, I think, are like a rubbery vinyl material. Yeah, definitely. Very random. But it's still a good functional piece. I mean, it displays nicely, and like I said, there's not a whole lot of issues with it, despite that one little rhinestone right there, which could have very well been done when it was made originally. So for the Enid Collins styled box purse, I do not know for sure that this is Enid Collins, but um, anyway, so if you're interested in this purse, and like I mentioned, this is going to be a little bit up there than I normally would charge for items at my sales, but I thought I would bring it here in case somebody wants it directly instead of buying it right from eBay. So it is going to be $45, and it's number 17 if you're interested. So $45, number 17 for the Enid Collins styled box purse. Design is very groovy, man. Right. Well, Patty, thank you. This is yours. Thank you so much. All right. Fantastic. Okay. So I think I have shared everything that. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. Thank you so much for your claim. I greatly appreciate it. So I think I have shared everything that I would like to offer you all tonight. So since we have a little bit of time before Miss Pam goes live, hi Lamar, how are you tonight? I will go ahead and reshare everything that did not sell, so that way, if there's anybody that popped in and is interested in something, or they decided they did want it after all, they'll get another chance to do so. So we'll start off with the Lefton Creamer with the very unique handle. No cracks, no chips. And it does say Lefton China hand painted on it with, I think it says 05B, 058. And if you were interested in the Lefton Creamer, by the way, this was, from what I understand, there would be a sugar bowl stacked right on top of here. And it is number 23 if you're interested. $8, number 23 for the Lefton Creamer, which I think is a very unique piece. I mean, can you imagine you're sipping a pot of tea and you want cream in it, or coffee? Got a little fancy schmancy, yeah? Pour your cream out of here. I think I just changed accents like 3 times. I've got the Gay 90s. Hi, Karen. How are you tonight? Isn't that groovy? The Gay 90s, probably from the 60s, wall plaques. This one does have the original hanger. This one is unfortunately broken off by me live, and there is a little bit of rusting right there. For the set of these, it's $8, and it's number 11. $8, number 11 for the Gay 90s man and lady wall plaques. I also have the, oh, what did that come off of? I guarantee you that came off of something. It's already been sold. So I have the made in Czechoslovakia vase here with the floral design on here, and it looks like we have cherry stems as handles. So this vase is approximately It is about 5.5 inches tall, and it is about 3 3/4 inches wide. So this vase, if you're interested, is $15, number 16. $15, number 16 for the Czechoslovakian vase here. I also have the sugar skull, the blue sugar skull, or Day of the Dead skull. Oh, let me take my tag off of here real quick. And it's got a bird on the top of it. Oh, Val takes number 16. Thank you. That is yours. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely liking my new system here, where if anything sells, it goes right in the bin underneath the table. That works so much better. Now I'm not double selling stuff. So here's what the skull looks like again. It's blue and it's got different colors on it. All right, so it does glow. The paint that they used on here does fluoresce. So I think that's really cool. So if you collect these, or you would like to put it with all of your Vaseline or your uranium glass, you absolutely could. I thought the colors were great on this. And you'll have it for Halloween, or isn't the day after Halloween considered Day of the Dead in Mexico? I think it is. Thank you. Oh, it's time to go dark again. So if you would like the sugar skull, it is $10, and it's number 28. $10, number 28 for the blue sugar skull. Oh, do you really? Yeah, they're very fun. Okay. So I have the Cupid slash cherub lipstick holder, probably from the 60s. According to Elaine, and I think it was, who else called it Coquette? Somebody else called it Coquette, but I already forget who it was. Very Hollywood Regency. Some of the beads have come off, as you can see from right here, but it's still a really cool piece nonetheless. And if you would like the cherub slash Cupid lipstick holder, he is $15, number 4. $15, number 4 for the cherub slash Cupid lipstick holder. I also still have the Dugan twig pattern vase, bud vase. Look at the roots that you can see that were made into the glass. How cool is that? I'd like to thank Mark of Constellation Pegasus for giving us all the name there, because I looked it up, but I couldn't remember the name of it. So it's got a marigold finish up at the top and kind of fades to clear as it goes all the way down to the base. The feet are really, really cool. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's a very cool piece. And this is going to be $16, and it's number 29. $16, number 29 for the Dugan twig pattern vase, excuse me. Yeah, Twiggy. I think this was made long before Twiggy was even a thing. You know, it's funny. We were watching an episode of The Nanny, and Twiggy, aka Leslie Hornby, played Mr. Sheffield's sister. I think she played his sister. Is the vase sick, Karen? There might, I don't know. I haven't tried to clean it at the bottom. It could just be like hard water buildup or something. I don't think I have any denture tablets or anything. I think if you use CLR, it can remove the hard water buildup, I think is what that's called. So I think a good little bit of CLR in there mixed with water should clean it up. It took me a second. I had to be like, is what sick? Am I sick? Oh, so the CLR doesn't remove it. Something will. I still have the snowflake nut chopper. It does, because you can't do anything about it. I have a fairy lamp shades. This amber Ellie Smith Moon and Stars fairy lamp shade that's sick. And I can't do anything about it. I've tried cleaning it with all kinds of things, and I cannot remove that hard water buildup. Or whatever it is. But so now I have a base, but no shade now. Anyway, so this is made, or was made by Androck, made in the US. And it does work. You can still move it. Oh, good. I would love to know, because I would love to, learn how to clean it. Yeah, toothpaste and a toothbrush would work wonders on it too. I'll have to try that. So this is $10 and it's number 12. $10, number 12 for the Snowflake Androck nut chopper. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I think it's Androck. Yep. So apparently they made can openers during World War II. I had no idea. For all of the mid-century lovers out there, I do have this ruffled lucite basket. And it is free of any cracks or chips. It is a little bit scratched on the bottom. But this would make a great piece to put candy in during the holidays, or maybe you can put seashells in it for the summer, maybe put some fall foliage in it, maybe some Christmas ornaments. But it is a great piece nonetheless, and the handle does pop out, so you can ship this much easier. And this is $18, and it's number 20. $18, number 20 for the lucite basket. It's a very cool vase for sure. So I'll see if maybe I can clean it, because I know sometimes it just gets that way because it's dirty or it could be dust. So we'll see what happens. So let's do the linens again. So I have the. Did my tag fall off? Or did I fold it in here? I could have sworn I put the tag back on here. So I have a dresser scarf. Dresser scarf / table runner with the floral design on it. And I wonder if I threw the price tag out. Knowing me, I probably did. Oh well, it's okay. So there is a water stain on here, unfortunately, which you can wash out, I think, with OxyClean and maybe some cold water. I think somebody mentioned earlier. And what did I say it measured? I think it was like 43.5 by like 14, I think were the dimensions of this. And if you would be interested in this piece, it can be yours for $12. I just don't remember the number. The tag went missing on me. Or it fell off or something. I don't see it laying anywhere. So if you want it, you can just put letter F for flowers if you want it. Letter F, flowers, $12 for the table scarf or dresser scarf, whatever you want to call it. So there's the stain again. I just don't want there to be any surprises. There's a bit of staining here too. Still a really nice piece though. Maybe I will attempt, if nobody buys it tonight, maybe I'll attempt doing a bit of a cleaning and seeing if that gets rid of the stain. Let's put this back up here because that did not sell. All right. So I also have, unless it was folded in here, watch that have happened. I have the really cool looking apron with all the different vehicles and such on it, like a steamboat ship. We've got probably some Model A's, Model T's, hot air balloons. Very, very cool piece. I might be able to model it. Let's see if I can. I can because I cleaned up in here. I can back up the chair just a little bit. Let's see if it'll show up. Oh, of course. Maybe I'll just, let me just adjust real quick. Maybe that'll get it a little bit easier. All right. So I have a very thick sweatshirt on right now. So of course that's going to hinder it being tighter on me, but it does fit. Honestly, I could wear this and do stuff in it if I wanted to. And honestly, it's a very, I would say this is a very masculine apron because it's just got all the vehicles and such on it. I mean, it's very cool. Right. Just like tough men wear pink. Tough guys wear pink. I have no issue wearing pink. But very cool. And if anyone would be interested in the apron, I've got it for $12, number 30. $12, number 30. Let me go ahead and move up a little bit closer here. All right. I still have the working General Electric clock, the brown one. Yeah, almost as masculine as the dress I tried on. The waitress's outfit that I could barely squeeze into. This does work. The only issue is it's got some scratching on it from the back due to it being taken on and off of a nail or screw. But it does work when I plugged it in. It's $15, number 18. $15, number 18 for the clock. I also still have the you don't want to have hard memories of that, right? Or what do you really miss her and she and you don't want to have those painful reminders, which I get too. So I have the made in Germany. I think this is a celery dish. Oh. Made in Germany. Got really nice painted florals on it. It's $15, number 2. I also still have the Galileo thermometer. And this was $15, number 22. $15, number 22 for the Galileo thermometer. And then I also still have the Cash Family pitcher and bowl here. That was $12, number 7. $12, number 7 for this. And then the only other item I did not sell tonight is the Redware Elephant, and that was $18, number 14. $18, number 14 for the Redware Elephant with gold, and I think it's black. And, oh, number 7. Thank you, Heidi. Let's put you in the bin down here. All right. Well, thank you very much. So I think that was everything that didn't sell tonight. I do want to thank you all very much for hanging in there with me. Miss Pam should be getting started in about a minute. I do want to let you all know, I'm sure you probably saw the post or the live stream feed. I am doing a reference book sale next Thursday. I think it's at the same time I go live on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I think I'm going to have about 10 to 15 books. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and just ship those out like right after the show. I'm probably going to have to go get some bubble mailers or some shipping envelopes depending on how many books people buy. Because those do make your boxes rather heavy, I think I'm just going to go ahead and just ship those out once they're paid for. That way it doesn't weigh y'all's boxes down for regular items. So please make sure you go over to Miss Pam. She is just getting ready to be started here in about, probably about now. Make sure you thumb up the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please make sure you subscribe to all of my friends here on YouTube. Yeah, exactly, media mail. And I will see you all in my next show or in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye, y'all.